This is Indira, Assistant Professor of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today, we would like to know how to calculate the inverse of the matrix using Gauss-Jordan method. Already, we know how to calculate the Gauss-Jordan method for orders 2 and 3rd order square matrices. You all know that the inverse exists for square matrices only. But if the order is increased more than 3, then how to calculate the inverse of the given matrix can be known by using this Gauss-Jordan method. In this method, it based on the concept that if the product of the two matrices is identity, then one matrix is inverse of the other. I'll repeat. If the product of the two matrices is identity, then one matrix is inverse of the other. Suppose if I have A and B are two matrices, okay, and whose products gives identity, then B is equal to A inverse or A is equal to B inverse. Based on this concept, we are going to find the inverse of the matrices of order more than 3. So let us suppose that capital A be non-singular square matrix of order n. Let capital B inverse of A. Then we have A into B is equal to B into A is equal to In. By the property of In, we have A can be written as the product of the identity, that is In into A or A into In. You consider that A into In, A is equal to In into A. You start doing row operations, that is Gauss operations, such that the right hand side matrix is converted to identity. Whenever you are doing the row operations to right hand side, then the same operations parallelly we have to do to the prefactor of A on right hand side. I'll repeat, whenever you are doing the row operations on the left hand side, the same operations parallelly have to be done to the prefactor of matrix A to the right hand side. Then the given matrix, you go on doing such that the left hand side matrix is completely reduced to identity. It is reduced to identity. Then at last we will get I is equal to some matrix into A. A is not affected and I is changed to B. And here you can call that A is inverse is nothing but the matrix B. This is a method that we follow in finding out the inverse of higher order matrices. Since A is a non-singular, pre-multiplying by a sequence of elementary matrices on both sides, capital A on the left hand side of 1 is transformed to the identity matrix, and the same sequence of elementary matrices, row operations, transforms In of the right hand side to the matrix B. So this procedure goes on till you get the matrix A is converted to identity in the left hand side and the matrix identity is converted to B on the right hand side. So very simple procedure. We have to do only Gauss operations, that is row operations. Now, and this procedure can be done for if E1, E2, E3 so on up till Ek are the elementary matrices such that the product of this into A is equal to In, then A inverse is equal to Ek so on up till E1. Transforming a non-singular square matrix capital A to form In by applying the elementary row operations is called Gauss-Jordan method. Okay, so we'll find out A inverse in the following steps. Already I have done. First, you consider the matrix A. I'll explain how to suppose A is a matrix whose inverse have to be finded, right? And which is a square matrix of order n. Okay. Then you assume An is equal to the product of identity into An, because the product of a matrix with identity is a matrix itself. So In into An is nothing but An. right? Okay, now you start doing row operations. You start doing row operations such that the left hand side matrix is completely converted to identity in, and the similar operations have to be done on the prefactor. We'll call this as a prefactor, in as a prefactor, and this is converted to matrix B into an. An will be running throughout the problem till the end. Now we'll call, whenever the product of two matrices is identity, then one is the inverse of the other. That procedure you all know. Okay, so therefore A inverse is nothing but B. This is what the concept that is used to find out the inverse of the matrix using Gauss-Jordan method for higher order matrices. Now we'll do one problem. Find the inverse of non-singular matrix. Find the inverse of the non-singular matrix capital A, 0, row wise, 5, -1, 6 by Gauss-Jordan method. Okay, applying the Gauss-Jordan method, we get A is equal to I. Okay, now what I'll do? A is equal to 0, 5, -1, 6. Okay, now I'll consider A, which is a 2 into 2 matrix, right? 2 into 2 matrix. So now I'll consider A2 is equal to I2 into A2, right? Okay, so here A2 is nothing but 0, 5, -1, 6 is equal to A into, IN into is equal to I2 into capital A. Okay, so but I2 here identity matrix is 1 0 0 1, so I'll take it as 1 0 0 1. Got it? Now, right? Okay, now already the first term is 0, right? First term is 0. You will better interchange the matrix. Then here also the interchange. So I'll interchange R1 to R2. So if I change the R1 to R2, the same operations have to be done on the other side also. That is 0, 1, okay, 0, 1, 1, 0. Got into A. Now, I'll start reducing this 6 to 0. Okay, so in order to reduce 6 to 0, I'll make use of the row 2. Then R1 is reduced to 5 R1 minus 6 R2. So you convert this in terms of 0. The same operation have to be done on the right hand side also. If this procedure, after completing this idea, is completely converted to the identity matrix, there you stop and you see what is the matrix, what is the product is converted to, and the new product acts like a inverse for the given matrix. So that is the procedure that we follow, right? Okay. Now we'll see the another problem. Inverse of the matrix. I'll go for the 3 into 3 matrix. Now I have taken matrix A as 2 1 1 3 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll consider this we have 3 into 3 matrix. Let's suppose that A3 is equal to I3 into A. Okay, A3. Got it. So that it can be written as 2 1 1 3 2 1 2 1 2 is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, into matrix A. Now I'll convert these two to 0. So I'll make the operation R2 is converted to 2R2 minus 3R1. So this matrix is converted to 1 2 1 1 0 2R2 2 into 2 4 minus 3, that is 1, right? Okay, and 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, and the next row is kept as it is. You do the same operations to the prefactor of the right hand side matrix. So we are going to get 1 0 0, okay, and this is minus 3 and 2 0 0 0 1 into the matrix A. Right? The next is we'll convert this to 0. So making use of R3 is reduced to R3 minus R1. I'll make use of the first row 2 1 1. Okay, 0 1 minus 1 0. Right? Okay, so 0 and this is 1. The same operations have to be done on the prefactor of the right hand side. So minus 3 2 0 and this is minus 1 0 1 into the matrix A. Okay, do not forget to write matrix A on the right hand side, because if you forget this matrix A on the right hand side, the two matrices never become equal with each other, right? So now we next I'll go for the first row second element. I'll try to make it to 0 by using R2. So R1, I can reduce this R1 minus R2. So I can use this operation to make this element 0. So I'll get it as 2 0 2 and 0 1 minus 1 0 0 1 is equal to the same operation have to be done here. So this is 4 minus 2 0 minus 3 2 0 minus 1 0 1 into the matrix A. Right? Okay. So the next operation that I have to do is I have to convert these two to 0. Right? So making use of the last row R3 last element. So I can write this as R1 is reduced to R1 minus 2R3. Similarly, we'll do one more operation simultaneously. We can write this as R1 minus R2 minus R2. R2 gives rise to R2 plus R3. So use these operations. So conveniently, we'll get it as 2 0. Okay. 2 0 0 and this 0 and this has to be reduced to 1 0 0 0 1, right? Okay, is equal to the same operation have to be done here. R1 minus R3, that is 5. Okay, minus 2 0, that is minus 2, and this is nothing but minus 1. Okay, similarly I have minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 0 1, okay, into the matrix A, Now, if I'll divide R1 by 2, then my matrix is ready. The inverse matrix, I'll get an identity matrix. So R1 by 2, so R1 is reduced to R1 by 2. So you are going to get it as 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 is the identity matrix on the left hand side, and the same you have to be multiplied with 5 by 2. Okay, divided by 2, the R1 on the right hand side, the prefactor. So minus 1 by 2 minus 2 2 minus 1 0 1 into A. So therefore A inverse is equal to 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 2 2 minus 1 0 1. So this is the inverse of the given matrix. This is how we can able to do the inverse of inverse by using Gauss-Jordan method for any order of the matrix. Okay. Now this is a procedure which we have done already, right? Okay, so I'll repeat once again the procedure. Suppose A is a matrix whose inverse have to be finded. Okay, then suppose A is a matrix of order n. A is a square matrix of order n. Then it has to be assumed as product of identity into A. right? You know that the product of the matrix with identity is matrix itself. So in into an is nothing but an, right? Okay, in into an is nothing but an. So now you do row operations to left hand side, row operations to left hand side, okay, and prefactor of right hand side, right? So when you do these operations, so until you get the identity matrix on the left hand side, and the identity matrix which is a prefactor on the right hand side is converted to some other matrix capital A, you all know that when the product of the two matrices is identity, then one is the inverse of the other, a very easiest method. So therefore A inverse is equal to B. So this is how we can able to find out the inverse of the matrix. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.